1, 2, 3. Well done. Okay, let's go. It's a Sunday afternoon now. It was supposed to be about 10 o'clock when I was making this trip, but it is late. I'm going to have to stop and get petrol. I don't know why I'm yelling. Fuck you, Jesus. Look at that. Don't you love missing the lights? But hey, shit happens. Don't particularly feel comfortable talking to myself at the traffic lights yet. I've got a car each side of me with the windows open. Yeah, where was I? Sunday, it's 12:30, hottest part of the day. I was supposed to be making this trip to visit my wife's father. It's Father's Day in Australia, Queensland. I'm buggered if I know. It could be different in every state. I know this place. Got up reasonably early, 5:30. I normally get up at 5:45, so 5:30, still asleep in. And I thought, it's still a bit cold in the mornings. A little bit cold to dive straight into working on the bike. I had some resistors that I needed to put in to stop my LED indicator bulbs from flashing like maniacs. Didn't particularly want to give any fellow motorists some sort of epileptic fit by looking at my indicators. I knew I needed resistors, I just wasn't sure how to put them on, but thanks to YouTube and mainly to Del Boy's Garage, I had a video recently on how to stick them in, so I did that, and now I need petrol. It's nice and shady. Feels like about 29 degrees. 3 days into spring we are, and the temperature's getting into summer temperatures already. What the fuck is that loud thing? Put your keys in, mate. Does help having keys. Let's go. Where was I? Yes. This morning I had full intentions of just putting in the resistors so my LED indicators would work properly and wouldn't flash so quickly. I thought, yeah, that's not going to take long. And it didn't take too long. I didn't do such an incredibly neat job, because luckily under the back of this TRX, under the tailgate, there is a little compartment where the wiring sits, and a couple of cable ties around it and shoved back in the compartment. It is actually quite neat. I didn't really need to put self-tapping screws into the bodywork to screw the actual little resistors to the bike. That seemed redundant, so I didn't bother. And yes, they work. My indicators now flash at normal speed, but as I was putting everything back together, I happened to look down at the inside of the fairing where the headlight sits, down there, and noticed the headlight was hanging out. Now, there is a reason for that. It's a replacement LED headlight, and sits in a particular, what is it, 4H pattern. I'm going to have to get past these people and stop talking. Just the normal H4, 4H, whatever it is, 3-prong pattern, and it bolts straight in. There's no little boxes or doohickeys required. Just a little plastic adapter, triangular adapter that sits into the actual headlight mounting, and that was fine. But one day, not so long ago, my bike fell over while I was working on it and broke that little plastic bed. I glued it temporarily and thought, well, I thought it was permanently, but when I looked down this morning, it was hanging off, so I had to pull the fairing off again because it's such a fiddly little spot, you can't get to it to make sure it's all done up properly. Of course, it has that little chrome spring clip type affair. Doing the speed limit. That's what I should be doing. Should have gone round him instead of yabbering on like an idiot. For God's sake, mate, really. Now we better slow down. It is a Sunday, the coppers will be out. As you may have noticed, my speedo reads 0. But first things first, where was I? Resistors, yes. Resistors fit nicely into the rear compartment. Headlight had to be all pulled out, and I hot glued it back into its little plastic kind of 3-pronged little kind of grommet-y thing that makes it sit properly. And what happened? Put it back in, and as I was struggling to do the clip up, the glue gave way again, so I had to pull it out again. Hot glued it again, used enough hot glue to, I don't know, stick a jumbo jet to an aircraft carrier. And this time I was very careful reassembling it. It seems to be holding and everything's working, which is good. Speeding, don't do it in suburbia. It's my experience. There are too many idiots like these who don't let you through. A person could easily move over and let the guy through, but no, wouldn't even know he's there probably. It's typical Brisbane drivers. Brisbane drivers do not know how to drive. Now, where am I going? Yes, there's the Royal Exchange. Look at that. Many years ago, in the 70s, early 80s, that beer garden there was my home away from home. On a Friday night, Saturday night, and 2 Sunday sessions. In those days, pubs were allowed to open between 11 and 1 o'clock PM on a Sunday, and between 4 to 6 PM on a Sunday, which was probably for the best, but it was enough time to get 3 parts pissed. Usually didn't go partying on a Sunday night. But Friday and a Saturday, yeah, binge drinkers heaven. Ride to the pub, get tanked. Ride to a party, get more tanked. Ride home. Didn't think much of it in those days. They had introduced breathalyzers. They were a crystal-based system, not sure how they worked, but you blew in them and the crystals changed colours if you were pissed. I only ever got pulled up once and had one of those crystal breathalyzers put on me. And I was well under the weather. As soon as the copper stopped me, I thought, well, this is it. Well under the weather. And said, blow in the bag, I'll blow in the bag. And it was faulty. I would have been in jail for sure. But the breathalyzer itself was faulty. I got a faulty one. Lucky me. He said, all right, off you go. So I continued driving home on my merry way. We were going to have my wife's mum and dad over, as we usually do, but for some reason they decided to have my wife's other brother over to their place, which is where I'm going now. Just going to drop him off a card and a stubby of beer. Yeah, I'll bring him a stubby. There's a beer that I get called Ark Valley, and he is rather partial to. I think how old is he? 87? And he has a couple when he's round at my place, our place. So I thought I'd take him one of those and a Father's Day card. And everything should be hunky-dory. He doesn't know I'm coming, by the way. Bit of a surprise, which I can't film. I don't want to identify my wife's father, parents, or where they live. I think we're going to have a very, very hot summer. This is, as I say, third, fourth day of spring or something. I don't know. Was it 3rd or the 4th of September? And it's up around 30. Which, as far as I'm concerned, is too fucking hot. Summer I find unbearable, especially with a jacket on. I don't ever squid it. Too old and wise for that. Once you've come off a couple of times and done yourself some damage, you learn pretty quick smart that not wearing a protective jacket and gloves is not a good thing to do. I'm actually not wearing protective pants today, which is not a good thing, but as I say, it's suburbia and I'm doing the speed limit and I'm old and wise and very careful. Okay, come on, go green for me. Quits. See you all.